Good morning and welcome to Stretch and Relax. Time to release the muscles and relax. That's the most important part, isn't it? Right, so this could be your first bit of exercise today. Could be a way of waking up. Could be the last thing you do before you go to bed. Or it could just be an add-on to another workout, whether you've done one an hour ago or just a few minutes ago. Really important, whether you've been sedentary or working out, to open out those muscles, release them. When they're in a static position, when you're sedentary, they get tight. When you're constantly working them out, you're contracting the muscles to make them stronger, so you need to realign by re-lengthening them back out again. Okay? I know I bang on about this all the time, but it's so important to stretch, otherwise you get injured, and then you can't work out, and then that makes us unhappy, doesn't it? Boo-hoo. Right. So, onto the mat then. I don't know why I'm telling this to you guys, because you're the ones here doing it. It's those others. We need to let them know they need to be on it. Preaching to the converted. Just move that out the way. It's rolled over. If you want a cushion or a jumper or a blanket to put on for the relaxation, make sure it's nearby so you can grab it quickly without having to get up. We normally end up in a lying position and then I end up having to walk over to get my stuff, but I don't want it cluttering here. But for you it's fine, it doesn't matter what it looks like where you are. Music, chilled, nice, relaxing music. Okay. Today, we're going to start with our legs wide apart. Turn out your toes. Just reach down your right leg and lift your left arm up. And bring it down. Slide your arm back up your leg. Let's do that again. Exhale, lean over, stretch to the side of the body. Look up if you want to, or look down. Just find a little bit of a neck stretch. And bring the arm down and bring that hand back up the leg. Exhale down. Each time making that stretch a little bit bigger. Big breath in. Exhale, reach down the thigh, almost to the knee, maybe even to the shin. Bring that arm over. Try not to let the shoulder come forwards, keep it open. To find that bigger stretch to your side and lift. And we're going to change sides now. Breathe in, exhale over. So just start easy to start with, arms straight to the top. Don't force anything at the beginning. Inhale in. Deep breath out, reach further down the leg. Arm coming past the shoulder now towards the head. And lift. Again, reaching further, exhale. Shoulder pin back, come back up again. Remember, the best way to relax is to use your breathing. Really deep, inhale, exhale. You might find you can go further one side than the other. We're all slightly different. A lot of you finding that when you're doing that unilateral work in the lift lean. And up you come. That's been a popular one, hasn't it, lift lean? I'll do another one next week. Now bending your knees, push your hips slightly backwards and tips slightly forwards. Maybe take your feet out a little bit wider. And just move side to side. Just loosening off the hips. So make sure your feet are nice and wide. So we're not here and bringing the knees too far over the ankles. Yes, you want your knees to finish in line with the ankles. So take them wider if you need to. Just side to side, nice and slowly. Stretching the inside of the leg. Pushing from one side to the other. You can come sort of up and over, or just move side to side, staying low. Inhale, exhale. Stretch the insides of the legs, and this time hold it here. Lift your toe up in the air and try and bring both hands down and bring it down as low as you can. And keep your toe down if it's better for you. Try and lift if you can and slide that foot out. And then come to center. Come to the other side. Lift the toe if you want to. Slide the leg out, slide the hips back. Both hands on the floor. Just going to where you feel comfortable, not letting that knee come too far forward, so keep it over the ankle and push the hips backwards so you're stretching the glutes as well as the inner thigh. And then come centre for me. Turn your toes towards me and bring your head down towards the floor, stretching now through the backs of the legs. Just bringing that spine into a bit of flexion. Let's spend a bit of time reflecting on how our muscles are feeling. I want you to relax your arms. So if your hands are very close to the floor, hold opposite elbows to relax your shoulders. If your arms are only just touching the floor, you can just allow your arms to hang. Allow the head to hang so that it's relaxing through the back of the neck. Bring the weight slightly forwards into the balls of the feet and lift your bottom up. So you're stretching through the backs of your legs. Very slight bend in the knee if you need to. Try and lengthen out if you can. Draw the tummy towards the back and bring the chest closer towards the legs. Keep bringing the weight forwards without lifting the heels, to deepen that stretch up the backs of your legs. And then swing gently towards the right foot, and then to the centre, and then to the left leg, and to the centre. As you swing towards the right leg, you may want to bend the knee very slightly, and then straighten the legs out as you come centre, and then bend the left knee slightly. You can keep them straight, then just keep them straight. And rotate very slowly side to side. And then this time I want you to rotate and bring your hands outside of the right foot and turn the right foot on the angle slightly. And then allow your chest to drop down the leg. So you're really going to feel a deep stretch in your right hamstring here. Again, slightly bend if you need it. Then push the hips back and lengthen behind the back of the knee if you're able to. Your hands may be on your shin if you're struggling with your flexibility, or you may be able to get right down. Just work to the level that works for you. Hopefully you'll get more flexible the more you do. And then we're going to turn the toes back to centre. Bring the head back down again. In the middle. Turn the left toes out, walk the hands outside of the foot, bring the chest down. Now if like me you've got one hamstring that is way tighter than the other, this might be more of a struggle, so you may need to bend your knee on one leg, not the other. Don't think it always has to be the same.
Inhale again. Exhale, lengthen out, push the hips. So you're pushing your hips sort of towards your right heel. Relax the shoulders, try not to hold tension there. And then walk your hands back to center. Turn your toes forwards again. Drop the head down again. Bring your heels in a little and then your toes. And in again and toes in again. Until you find that your elbows are just coming inside your thighs, inside your knees. We're going to push our knees out. So from the side, your back should be flat. From the front, your knees should be over your ankles and we're pushing the knees out. Staying in this position, or start to lower the bottom down into what we call Hindi squat. You may need to bring your feet a little bit closer. If you can't do the Hindi squat, stay with your positioning with your chest parallel with the floor. But keep pushing those knees out. Keeping the spine really straight, whether that be parallel to the floor or squatting with me. If you're in Hindi squat, you need to make sure your heels are on the floor. If you can't put your heels down, then go back to the squatted position rather than coming right down. Try and lift the chest, palms together. Now whether you're here or with your elbows here, I want you to put one hand on the floor and then reach to the diagonal. Try and push that left knee out with the arm that's inside and reach your right one to the side and look to the fingers. And then switch. We're going to bring the hand down. So again, you can be here, push against the knee and open, or bottom down. Bring both hands down to the floor, or if you're still up here, that's fine. Bring your hands to the floor, and then slowly make your way to the floor. Bring your hands behind you, bring your bottom down, take a seat. Take the legs out in front of you. Hindi squat. Ooh, difficult stretch that one, isn't it? So make sure you're stretching your feet by pulling your toes towards your shins. You can turn if you want to, like me, or face me, it's up to you. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and back and down. So we're sitting nice and straight in what we call stick pose. Put your hands by your sides, draw the shoulders back and down. Chin parallel with the floor. Spine nice and straight. Legs nice and straight. Toes drawn towards shin. Now bending the knees very slightly, we're going to bring our body forwards until our chest almost touches our legs. Bring the hands down towards the shins, maybe reaching down to the ankles, behind the feet or over the toes. Breathe into the nose. As you exhale, try and push the backs of the knees towards the floor, keeping that closeness between the chest and thighs. If you can't keep that closeness, then just keep the knees bent, and then pull your right bum cheek backwards. Transfer the weight to the right bum cheek and pull the left bum cheek backwards, and then pull yourself forwards. Think about looking to the toes rather than the knee to bring the body forwards, and then roll up slowly. Take your feet apart a little bit wider, so about the width of your mat, and then do that again. Stick pose, sit tall, pull the shoulders back and down, chin parallel with the floor, arms straight, legs straight, toes drawn in. Breathe in, pull the tummy in towards the back, keep the back straight, bring the weight forwards, bring the arms forwards. Again, slightly bend if you need to. Lift your right bum cheek, pull it back. Lift your left bum cheek, pull it back. Breathe in, look in between the feet. Exhale and bring that chest forward in between the legs. And roll up. Bring your hands back, fingers facing towards the heels. Pull the shoulders back, sit tall, take your legs wider again. Draw the toes towards the shin, push the backs of the thighs into the floor. And again, start to come forwards. Breathe in, look to the end of the mat or straight to the fingers and pull yourself forwards. Push the thighs into the floor, press into the heels. And then when you're here, I want you to try and reach towards your ankles or your shins, whatever you can manage to reach, inside of knees, but arms out wide. Try and push your legs out as wide as they can go. Turn your head to your right foot. And now to your left foot. Keep pressing into the heels, pressing into the backs of the legs, contracting those muscles to help them stretch. Turn your head right again. And left for the last time. And then taking your time, bring your hands in and push yourselves up. Coming into seated star, we're going to bring the feet together. So the soles of the feet meet. So a lot of us will be up here, our elbows will be resting on the insides of our thighs, keeping the spine long and the shoulders down. Push those knees down and tip slightly forwards. You may be able to bring your elbows slightly further forward onto the calves and push down, but don't bounce and force it, just a very little gentle bit of pressure. Very slowly moving all of the time, not being completely still, but almost looks like you're not moving because we're moving so slowly, very gradually opening up. Option to bring the elbows to the floor. Option to reach the arms out along the floor. All of these options, only take them if you can make it safely. And then slowly, make that journey back up again. Use the tummy muscles to pull you up. Bring the arms up, over the head, roll the shoulders back, and bring the hands behind you, placing your palms on the floor with your fingers facing to the back of the room, and then lean back and open the chest. Draw the shoulder blades together, tuck your chin either to chest, or look slightly up, or roll the head back. Pick up your right hand, take it back, and then your left, and lean back further. Stay there. We'll lift up the right hand, take it back further, and your left hand, and lean back further. Keep the arms straight. And then walk back in slowly till you're sitting up really straight. Then I want you to take your arm outside of your leg and other arm behind you. Now if this starts to hurt at all, you can sit cross-legged instead and do this. Try not to look at the floor. Lift your eye gaze so you're looking straight ahead at something in line with your eye line. And then rotate your head to the back if you can. Using that arm like a lever, push against the thigh, head up high, press back into that hand that's on the floor behind you, and then draw back to center slowly. Lift your feet up and place them on the floor in front of you, making sure your knees are facing up to the ceiling. And again, we're keeping that arm on the right thigh, pushing against the thigh without your left knee rolling out to the side. Squeeze the inner thighs slightly as we rotate and look just to the right first. Have a quick look, check your knees are still in line with your ankles and toes. Breathe in through the nose, and as you exhale through the mouth, push against that thigh and try and turn backwards without leaning back. Think about that left knee, keep it pulled in. And then bring your head to center. And take the arm off, lift it up over the head. Turn your fingers so they're facing to the right side, and then lift your backside up off the floor and look down. Bring it down slowly, back to the floor. If you found that too difficult, don't do it next time. You can always just stay in one of these positions from before. So either you can have your feet together and reach outside the thigh, or cross your legs. Try and do the same as what you did on the other side. Look over your shoulder first. Then see if you can turn behind you, maybe cross the legs now if you want to. Use that arm like a lever to pull you round. Pulling those shoulder blades together. Bring your head back to center. Take your feet out, hip width apart, place your arm on the side of the leg without leaning back, sitting tall, look over your shoulder, head up, quick check of the knees and back again. Don't swing your head too fast though, give yourself whiplash. And then place that hand further back and try and look right back behind you. Push with that arm against the thigh. Think about the opposite knee, keep it in, and keep breathing. All this twisting is really good for your digestion as well, and stretching muscles and helping us to relax. Bring the head back to centre. Turn the fingers if you want to the side, or you can keep them facing that way, whichever feels more comfortable. Stay here if you prefer. Bring the arm up, and then pushing through the heels, lift the hips up and look down. Slowly bring it back to the floor. And then holding on behind your legs. Make your way down onto the floor in whichever way is easiest for you, holding onto the legs, or if there's another easy way for you, then take that. Roll onto your back. Take your front leg out straight and bring your back leg in. Hug it towards the chest in the centre first, pointing toes on both legs. And now, the arm on the side of the body that has the leg out straight, bring that arm out straight in line with the shoulder, palm to floor, and then holding onto the shin with the other arm, I want you to pull your knee towards your shoulder, so your elbow either almost or touches the floor. So we're opening out those hips. Check the hip bones ascend straight up to the ceiling so we're not rolling to the side. Bum cheeks are both on the floor. And then start to extend the leg for more. Put your hand out so it's like a little bridge that holds the leg. So just move your elbow out and just hold the leg in the air. Option to take the hand down further and bring the leg closer to the floor. Draw the toes towards the floor so you're pushing into the heel. We're trying to keep the leg perfectly straight, or as straight as we can make it. You might even be able to grab the toe rather than holding on the leg with the elbow on the floor. And then from that position, lift your leg back in. It might be bent or it might be straight. And then bring it to the floor. And if it's not straight, straighten it out. Point the toes on that foot and draw the other knee in now. Holding onto the shin, pull it towards the chest in the centre. Centre the head, centre the mind, centre the body. Breathe deep. Point those feet. Holding on to the shin with one arm, the other arm goes to the floor. Palm and shoulder down. Bring the knee slowly over towards the shoulder. Make sure you're holding the shin, not the knee joint. Elbow can be on or off floor. Draw it nice and close to that shoulder. Keep the thigh facing the ceiling on that straight leg that's out. And then start to lengthen out. So you might be holding here. You may be holding here. Just make that little bridge to hold the leg. Turn the toes downward. Push the heel out. Option to lengthen out and reach the leg down. Keeping both bum cheeks on the floor though. If your bum cheek is lifted, you need to bring your leg back up and put it back down again. Keep pulling those toes downwards, maybe even reaching for the toe. The shoulder and bum cheeks staying on the floor on the opposite side. And then whether that leg is bent or straight, bring it up, bring it in, and bring the leg to the floor. And then I want you to turn over onto your tummy for me slowly. Take the arms out on the floor, palms down. Turn your head towards me. Bend at the knee on the front leg, so your toes pointing up to the ceiling. Then the arm that's nearest me, put it onto the floor near the shoulder. And I want you to use the arm to push yourselves onto your side and bring your toe towards the floor. So you're pressing this back shoulder into the floor. That arm remains on the floor with the palm down. You know, either keep your arm here or put it back out straight. You might have your toes just on the floor, depending on how far you can open up the hips. Or you might be able to put your heel down on the floor. Try and draw that knee up towards the ceiling. Great stretch for the back and the shoulders, fronts of the shoulder. And then roll yourself back over onto your tummy, bring your knee down. Take that arm out straight, turn your head the other way slowly. Put your ear to the ground, lift your toe off the ground on that leg. Toe pointed to ceiling. Bring the hand in next to the shoulder, press into the palm and pull yourself off the floor, rotating onto your side. Bring your toes to the floor if you can. Keeping the arm bent or taking it straight back out again along in line with your shoulder. Breathing deeply, allowing those muscles to open out. See if you can bring the heel down maybe, or just bring that knee higher towards the ceiling. And then slowly roll back over onto your tummy. Bring your hands in by your shoulders. Push yourself up, push your knees wide, toes together and slide your hips back. Now you may want to finish here, or we have the option of rolling up and turning over onto our backs with our pillows, our blankets, with a jumper on. We're just going to close our eyes and take a few minutes here now to relax. If the relaxation part isn't for you, thank you for joining me today. I hope you got a good stretch of those muscles. If you're staying, you have options either to have the legs out straight or feet apart and bring your knees together so your back is supported on the floor. Relax your shoulders down, try not to hold tension in the shoulders. Bring your hands to the floor, thumbs come towards your fingers, bring your hands into a natural curve. If you find your head rolling back, get a pillow or a yoga block. Tuck it underneath. So tucking chin to chest. Now it's time to allow your body to passively stretch now. Just let the muscles unwind and relax. Not just the muscles, but also your mind. Just empty it. Try not to think about things you need to be doing or what you're going to be doing later. Just be present in this moment. And just focus solely on you, your body, your breath. Connect them together. Breathe deeply through the nose and out through the nose as well. Nice deep calming breaths. We spend so much time rushing around or stressing. You don't get time to really breathe and fill those lungs completely. So really breathe in, expanding the rib cage, filling the lungs, and then taking the time to empty them completely as well, and allowing the chest to fall, body to become more weighted to the floor. Relax the muscles in your face as well. They often get neglected when we think about relaxing the muscles, making your face expressionless. Another place we hold tension is the jaw, so soften around the jaw. Make sure you're not clenching your teeth. Pull your shoulders down, lengthening at the neck. Feel them pressing down into the mat. Just feel a calmness washing over you. And start to think about reawakening the body and mind. Start by just moving your thumbs over your fingers, feeling the skin. And then if your legs are bent, take your legs out. Start circling your ankles and then your wrists as well. Naturally will follow. Mobilize the joints. Going one direction and then changing direction and changing it to the other way. Reaching all the way over your head, lift your arms, bring your toes together and point them. Lift your rib cage, bring your back into extension. Big body yawn to waken up. Bring the rib cage down and the arms down and draw the knees towards you one at a time. And then gently rocking side to side or drawing small circles with your knees, one way then the other. Just do that final little bit of release for the lower back. Massage the spine. Then comes and stop. Either roll yourself up or roll onto your side and then make your way up. Coming back into seated position. Sit tall. Relax shoulders down. Keep the eyes closed if you want to. Bring your hands in a big circle out wide and bring your palms together. Bring them down the centre in front of your face. Trace the thumbs and fingers past your eyes, nose, lips until you come to the chest. Open your eyes. Take a bow, namaste. Give yourselves a clap, well done. Oh, what a good stretch that was. And a nice little relax at the end. Oh, look, I've been pulled through a hedge backwards. No, we just managed to stretch. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've done it on catch up. And I'll see you very soon. Got a whole new week of challenges next week. So hopefully I'll see you there. Take care, lots of love. Bye bye.